What was Brian's heat with Bill Kazmaier all about? Because apparently that followed them to WCW. I know you guys were helping train Kazmaier as well before he went over to WCW.
Yeah, kind of a long story there, but Bill was, he had some advanced credentials. He was billed, I guess, as the strongest man in the world. He had taken part in some of these strongman contests, and legitimately a very powerful guy. Um, he'd been in some of these strongman events, like pulling tractors and logs and um, incredibly strong, and I think he could wrestle a little bit too, but he rubbed a lot of wrestlers the wrong way when he broke in with us, which would have been, I think, around the spring of '86. He was already talking about, just basically using Stampede as a bridge or a stepping stone to get to the WWE, and the way he referred to that, like, I'm not going to be here for long, I'm bound for bigger and better things, and that just rubbed a lot of wrestlers the wrong way. And Bill, we could see, he became very, initially he was very enthusiastic, and I think Bruce was training and working out with him, and then Bruce just sensed, well, this guy's pretty arrogant, and I can't really teach him, he's already looking past Stampede and thinking he's going to make it to WWE. And there was some heat that Bill had with Ted Arcidi, who had also been in WWE and kind of got sent to recondition or upgrade his skills with Stampede, and so they genuinely had heat because Ted had lifted more than Bill. He had a higher bench press than Bill, and so he disputed or challenged Bill's claim to be the strongest man in the world because Ted had outlifted him in the bench press competition. And it was just so silly how they were kind of going back and forth, arguing about that, who was legitimately stronger, and then it kind of, became a sideline, which one was going to go back to the WWE and be a bigger star. Ted Arcidi thought he was groomed to go back there and get a big push, and Bill thought he was going to get there ahead of Ted. Like Ted had already had his chance. But that was part of Bill's problem, just that he just came across as pretty arrogant, conceited, and really was just using Stampede, as a means to get to something bigger and better. And it bothered a lot of the wrestlers that were paying their dues and working every night, just to have their place with the Stampede promotion. And here's this guy, who, I mean, legitimately had won some strongman contests, but really hadn't done much as a professional wrestler. And so, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, including Bruce and Pillman. So, to make a long story short, Bill was the subject of a lot of ribs. He got tormented by the boys a lot, different boys. He was the victim of a lot of ribs and pranks from Ben Bassarat, from Ron Ritchie, some from my brother Bruce and Pillman. And Pillman, I'll be honest, he wasn't afraid of Bill. He wasn't backing down from Bill. Bill could have hurt somebody. He was a big, strong, powerful guy, and he would have had quite a size difference over Brian. But it seemed that when it came down to an actual physical fight, Bill would shy away from it. I think he was too afraid Brian might get a lucky punch on him or something. But there was an incident when we were coming back from one of those infamous Edmonton shows, and Brian had agitated Bill so much, and we had picked up a female whose car had broken down. She was a wrestling fan. I won't mention her by name. And this was Bill's kind of sweetheart, a girl that he was having a fun with. It was anyway. It was an odd story, but her car had broken down, and we saw her off Highway 2, and Bill insisted that we pull over and assist her, and it was a cold winter night, and so anyway, she got in the van, and not 5 minutes after she was in the van, and Bill was trying to comfort her and provided his jacket for her. She was necking in the back with Brian Pillman. She kind of left Bill's seat and went right into the back with Brian. And for the duration of the trip, when we got back to the Mohawk gas station, that infamous gas station, she was cuddling and necking with Brian, and Bill was absolutely furious, just enraged. And anyway, when he got to the Mohawk, he said, "I'm gonna kill you, Brian. We're gonna settle this when we get to the back to the Mohawk." And when he got to the Mohawk, Brian said, "I'm here. Let's do it." And Bill just whisked her away, got the girl, took off in his car, and drove away. Brian, I give a lot of credit to. Like he didn't shy away or back down from the fight. He was up to the challenge, and he could back himself up. But so there was a lot of heat between him and Bill, but it never actually resulted in an actual fight between them. It never got to that point, even though they couldn't stand each other.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.